For her first speech here on Plantation Toastmasters, for her icebreaker, first-round rookie draft pick Anna Shikhimova stands before you at the crossroads of youthful uncertainty and the emerging clarity of adulthood. Reflecting on the pressure we face as we transition from being children to young adults with responsibilities, dreams, and the challenge of forging our own path, she'll talk about finding the courage to move forward despite uncertainty. Anna invites you to join her in this moment of reflection and growth, talking about embracing the journey, the challenges, and the value of Nike's motto, just do it.
Thank you. Now, I know the Super Bowl is over, but I had to throw the first draft pick in there into my introduction for my first time. Thank you, everyone, for coming. What a great start. My name is Anna Shikhimova. My favorite color is pink, and I'm a Leo, and I'm 21 years old. Now, when you first tell people that you're 21 years old, they're like, I remember my 20s. And that's a lot of pressure for leisure when this is the time that I feel like it's important to develop yourself as an adult. This is the time for me to be working on myself in order to be the person that can have a great drink and enjoy themselves at the end of the night. Everyone tells you to enjoy it while it lasts. 21 is the age of actually becoming an individual, especially in the United States where legal drinking age is 21. Boring. You have to have the courage to do what you're afraid of right now, and you might be pleasantly surprised. This is the awkward stage for me where I'm kind of an adult and kind of a child. I'm the youngest sibling, so I'm always going to be a baby. But this is the time where I need to develop myself and actually grow up. All of my friends are kind of on their own paths. Half of them are in college party schools and their parents are supporting them and they go out every single day. And the other half works 9 to 5s, lives by themselves, and they're doing school simultaneously. So it's great to see the opposite sides of the spectrum. When I was in high school, I moved schools and countries. So I went to about 4 different high schools. And when choosing majors, obviously, growing up with a Russian mom, that's right here, it's either doctor or lawyer. Now, my sister went along the path of biology, and I have a weak stomach and I love to argue, so I was like, you know what, let me do law. And then when filling out my college application, it was kind of like filling out, you know, those Domino's online pizza topping orders where you're just picking it out and clicking a button. That was me when picking my college major. So I had discussed it with my parents beforehand, and I told my dad, oh, I want to study psychology. That's so interesting to me. And now again, with Eastern European parents, absolutely not. He said, psychology is for psychos. So I took a step back and reevaluated, and I was like, you know what? I'm great at arguing, again. So then I went to a law-focused school. I studied political science because I went to an international school in Ukraine where I graduated, and a lot of the kids there, their parents were all diplomats or government officials. So I felt like being in that space, especially in a country like Ukraine, I thought that I was capable of making a difference. Now, I don't have any birthright in America to become the president, so now I'm like, wow, I can't actually make a difference the way that I wanted to. So I ended up working at a hotel when I first moved here, and I started exploring the field of hospitality. Now with hospitality, I learned a lot about speaking, a lot about interaction with people and sales, but what I realized is, after I switched my major, unfortunately, and dropped the bomb on that one, what I realized is I actually just like staying at the hotels and not working them. So that was a great reflection moment for me. After that, I decided to switch universities and actually transition back into psychology, which my mom, I'm super grateful for, actually ended up supporting me in that path, because when you're doing something that you don't want to do, it's just not going to work out for you. So at the end of the day, what I learned was to listen to myself, and that right now is the most important time to be doing so. what I had also learned was that only 15 to 35% of college students actually graduate within the 4 years. So while I was putting that pressure on myself in order to pick what I wanted to do and realize the path that I wanted to be on, I was actually just applying that pressure on myself. And now I realize that even as an adult, nobody really has it figured out, just saying. So it's okay, it's okay. And now I have such a different outlook on these things, and I'm really grateful to have been able to have the courage to just say yes and accept these experiences as they come along. Instead of dismissing myself or putting myself down, I'm meliorative to the situation. And I believe that right now, since starting my 20s, I think this is the time for me to be saying yes. This is the time for me to be working and developing. And I'm really grateful to be able to have these issues, because I know that when my mom was my age, she wasn't having the issues of, do you want to be a psychologist or do you want to work a 9 to 5 all day? So I'm very grateful to have had these experiences. I'm very grateful to have the mentality of, you know what, let's do it. And I'm glad that it brought me here to Plantation Toastmasters to speak in front of you. Thank you.